It's been 13 days since the 18-year-old vanished after leaving Byron Bay's popular night spot, Cheeky Monkeys, walking off as he looked at his phone. He'd been travelling with his cousin Lisa, who says there's no way he wanted to disappear.
We're sure, like 100% sure, that his goal was to go back to the hostel to go to sleep.
We know that he wouldn't put himself into a dangerous situation. He doesn't take drugs.
Police are baffled and open to all possibilities, but now the state's homicide squad is assisting.
Police say bones found on the New South Wales mid-north coast likely belong to a French backpacker who disappeared in February. 21-year-old Erwan Ferrier and 20-year-old British tourist Hugo Palmer have not been seen since their car and belongings were discovered at Shelley Beach near Port Macquarie 5 months ago. Human bones were found last month and police today confirmed DNA testing indicates the bones belong to Mr Ferrier.
Statistics suggest that there is a very slim chance that 3 backpackers from the UK, France and Belgium all met misadventure at beach towns on the New South Wales north coast within 4 months. There's just as much chance that Theo Hayes, Hugo Palmer and Erwan Ferrier fell victim to a serial killer hunting foreign tourists, according to one of Australia's leading forensic psychologists.
Yeah, I don't want to be hysterical about it, but you have 3 foreign backpackers who've disappeared off the eastern seaboard of Australia, 300 kilometres apart, in very mysterious circumstances. I've heard today that there might be a 4th person who disappeared from Lennox Head on the 27th of May. That's still being checked out. But if you move the location from the coast to, say, the New England Highway, and you had 3 backpackers who are missing, I think there'd be much greater cause for alarm. It's a bit too cute to say they've all drowned. It's a huge coincidence if that's the case. But years ago there was the Claremont killings, and I was approached then. There were 2 women who went missing, and I suggested that that may be the work of a serial killer. The police discounted it, and then the 3rd person was found, and then the bodies were found. And as I understand it, the person's now before the court going to trial. So I think the police do a great job, and they're no doubt investigating this thoroughly. But given the coincidence of 3 people disappearing in such a short period of time, similar profiles, very vulnerable as people who are visiting Australia as backpackers, I think it'd be remiss not to investigate this more thoroughly.
Snow in your hair, melted beneath my breath.
The reason why I'm investigating this as part of the William Tyrrell documentary is I live on the mid-north coast. I live in this area where these backpackers have gone missing. I live only 20 minutes north of where William Tyrrell was taken. If there is a serial killer who's been undetected until now, is it much of a stretch to think that the same profile can be used for children?
Police have said that they don't think that there are definitive links and that they say there's no indication of foul play. And I want to quote what they've said. They're saying to suggest otherwise is not only factually incorrect but also reckless to the perception of safety in the community. So what do you make of that?
Well, I think that that's what they would say. They don't want to alarm the community, and I understand that, but I think they've got as much information as we all do, and it's a matter of interpreting that information. And the facts of the case are that we have 3 missing people from overseas who have disappeared within a close proximal range of one another in mysterious circumstances. That's all I can say, and frankly, that's all they can say. Well, I don't think they want to alarm people. I mean, nobody wants to think there's a serial killer patrolling the Pacific Highway looking for victims. And I hope that I'm wrong, but it may well be the case that I'm right.
So I guess it's now more important than ever for the public to come forward if they know anything.
Absolutely, and there may be other people that have gone missing that haven't been reported to the police, which may fill in the jigsaw a bit further.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time with that theory.
It's always a pleasure, Ange. Thank you.
Just remember, this is just a theory. We have the same evidence as the police do. And if you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers today. My name is Sean, and this is Gone.